focuses on the freedom of speech. We got the First Amendment and amendment to the U.S. Constitution ratified in 1791 as part of the Bill of Rights, prohibiting Congress from interfering with freedom of religion, speech, assembly, or petition.
Freedom of speech in public schools. Students and teachers are free to reveal their views unless there is compelling reason to stop it. Schools may impose any reasonable constraint on student speech in the school-sponsored publication. What type of speeches are not protected by First Amendment? The type of speeches not protected by First Amendment is fighting words, child pornography, blackmailing, true threat, obscenity, and defamation.
Arthur Tominello was arrested by Chicago police and charged with disorderly conduct and violating Chicago's breach of the peace ordinance. He arrested few out of a speech that he gave in Chicago, which attracted much public attention. Tominello gave the speech in Chicago auditorium, which was filled with about 800 people, almost all of them admirers. Outside the auditorium, a hostile crowd of about 1,500 angrily protested the meeting. Tominello, in angry and sometimes vicious terms, criticized certain political and racial groups. He called several prominent figures in the Roosevelt administration communist and stated and certain members of a more liberal persuasion were scum. He also made harsh and cruel remarks about people of the Jewish faith. Despite the police attempts to block off the area around the auditorium, there were disturbances in the crowd. There was pushing and shoving, rocks were thrown, windows were broken, stink bombs were set off, and there were efforts to break in through the back door of the meeting hall. During the trial, Tominello asserted that the Chicago breach of the peace ordinance violated his constitutional rights. The jury found that Tominello guilty and was fined $100. The Illinois Supreme Court upheld Tominello's conviction. He appealed to the United States Supreme Court. The issue was the inflammatory speech protected by the First Amendment, and the decision was yes, the United States Supreme Court overturned Tominello's conviction.